my beautiful people. Good afternoon and terrific and thankful Tuesday. This your girl second day out here on these unemployment streets, and I tell you, it gets real. You know, I'm usually an early riser. I'm usually and have been. I'm talking about like up 4 a.m. moving, getting my day started, and these last couple of weeks coming up on my last day of work, and those things kind of, my sleep has been off, so I haven't been able to sleep, been up through the wee hours of the morning, and then more tired when it comes in the morning, or sleeping longer, or whatever, or what have you, you know. And it's just, I realize now that can be pose one of the issues that have to be overcome. So I have to, even though I'm out on these unemployed streets, I still gotta act like I got some business, okay? and get my ass in gear and on a daggone schedule, because I don't want, right now it seems like my schedule has flip-flopped now that things are changing. Like, I'm up in the wee hours of the morning, sleeping later in the morning, then getting up, and that's just not conducive to the life that I want for myself. So I definitely got to get my shit together and get my ass in gear, and get my sleep hygiene together and get me a schedule, because I still desire to sleep and wake up early to get things started. I've always felt like when you get an early start, you seem to get more accomplished and more done. And I see that is going to be one of the hiccups of this daggone unemployment, is I have to make sure that I am intentionally being mindful and on top of getting my sleep hygiene and my schedule together, because I still desire to be an early riser, to get up, to get moving, to have a schedule, to be structured, to have a plan of attack, so that I could get things completed and get things done and feel like and know that feel like I'm being accomplished and I'm accomplishing things and getting things done, as opposed to flying by the seat of my pants, no schedule, no structure, no just getting it in where it fit in. Like, that don't work for me. That ain't gonna work for the life that I want for myself, and also the life that God has for me. I have to be up. I have to be ready. I have to be energized. I have to be strong. I have to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, mind, body, spirit. That includes sleep and rest, and knowing when to rest, and allowing, a lot of the times, some of us are so tired and we stay pushing until exhaustion. And that also requires us to give ourselves permission to rest, and to know when to rest and be okay with that. That is okay, it's required. So I need to get my exercise. I need to get my sleep. I need to make sure that I'm eating the proper food. I'm definitely still waiting for my divine love. I need my workout partner in more than one way, if you know what I mean. Hey, where you at, baby? Look, I want to work out with you, then I want you to work me out, okay? Ooh, yes, Lord. But so that is one of the things that I seen as an issue. So, and another thing on these unemployed streets, I noticed that, because I took a leap of faith, and I feel and know with everything in me, mind, heart, body, spirit, soul, that this is what God called me to do, was to resign so that I could step into my soul's purpose and receive my blessings. I am the Virgo, okay? But the Virgo mind, let me tell you, is analytical, it's logical, it's practical. Things have to make sense. We have to maintain a level of control. We have to know what is next and what the plan is, and in order to be comfortable to move. And with God, it does not work like that. It's not going to make sense. You're not going to be able to understand it. You're not going to be able to make sense of it. And that is why it is called stepping out on faith. You have to know, you have to trust, you have to believe, which is completely and totally different from any way that I've ever operated. So in these last 2 years of God breaking me, rebuilding me, I have, like, my faith is unwavering, like I say, and it is through the fortitude, the trials, the errors, the tribulations, the pain, the tears, the hurt, the grief, the anger, the rage. Because look, being forged, I was forged in the fire by, of course, my life experiences, but I realized I was also forged in solitude over the last couple of years. And it was for me to have an understanding and appreciation and gratitude for who I am, how strong I am, my resilience, my big personality, my craziness, my shit talking, my, being the comforter, being the supporter, being the safe place, the protector, the seeing people, making people feel seen and accepted, and like they have a sense of belonging, without judgment. That's who I am. And I'm also a firecracker, you know what I'm saying? I speak my mind. I speak up on injustice or things that's not right. I just don't go along to get along. So in my God's world, I'm the lighthouse, but I'm also the lightning bolt, you know what I'm saying? And I shake and I move the ground. I change the atmospheres. I am highly intuitive and have strong and sharp discernment. And but yet that also took me being able to trust myself, which was a whole nother learning lesson through the breaking and the rebuilding. So there are so many things, I had to let go of so many parts of myself, ego, pride, like I say, not asking for help, let go of the old mindsets, the labels, the things that I believed, the identity that I used to carry and define myself by, the scarcity, the lack, the poverty consciousness, like all of these plus so much more. I had to learn hard lessons about people I loved the most. I had to go through the divine pruning of family, friends. Like, my circle is non-existent, almost non-existent. I have my therapist and my El Salvadorian love. That's my circle. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm really realizing right now, like, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. So I also know that God allowed me to see things and brought clarity and confirmation because I was at a point in my life where I was being brutally honest and completely truthful with myself. So I was at a point where I could see it. Before, I would have made up excuses and justifications for people's bad behavior, but also because of how I felt about myself, I accepted less than desirable behavior treatment. So, like I say, I had to let people go. I had to forgive them for not doing me right, not treating me right, for fumbling me. I had to also forgive myself for the things that I've accepted and the things that I've allowed. And like, there are so many lessons that come through being forged in solitude and the wilderness. It's not, it takes you through a whole process because it's about rebuilding, it's about transformation, it's about refining, it's about evolution. And it is not for the faint of heart. And everybody is not willing to go through that. And it's unfortunate because until you are willing to go through that, you are going to live based off of societal standards, beliefs, what you think, the things that you carry, the identity that you've carried with you for your whole life, instead of truly seeing who you are and seeing who your identity is in God. You will remain blinded to that and living of this world. And look, I'm 48 years old. I lived of this world my entire life, and this world ain't never, ever, 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 ever treated me good or right. Okay, so at the end of the day, the best decision that I could have ever made was choosing myself. And in choosing myself, that allowed me to choose God and to lean on God, because literally these last 2 years of everybody that I love, cared for, supported, been there for, had their back, ain't nobody checking for me or checking on me. God is the only thing that I've had to get me through, to help me, to guide me, to assist me, to teach me, to protect me, to keep me safe, to be my comforter, to be my provider, and so many other things. And like I say, because of God, I was able to meet my heaven-sent therapist. Oh, badass. Ooh, you a bad mother. Shut your mouth, Dr. Guru. Okay? He is something super fly. Okay? And I am so grateful for Dr. Guru. And like I say, he has helped me through, still helps me through. I see him every week, and I am so grateful for that that time and that processing. In the beginning, we dealt with a lot of heaviness, I've been through a lot of trauma, a lot of things that I carried and defined myself by, that the pain, the shame, the guilt, the unworthiness, all of that I wore like a second skin and defined myself by. So I didn't treat myself the best, but I also didn't allow the best for myself. So like I say, with the putting things on the table, with the processing, with the therapy, with the addressing, facing, confronting, being truthful, being honest, being real, being accountable, and releasing stuff, healing stuff, and then releasing it with love and compassion, and then giving myself that same love and compassion. Like, these last 2 years have been life-altering, life-changing for me, with my brutal honesty and with my accountability, with me standing on the truth, being about honesty, integrity, transparency. And like I say, those are things that I require. I stand on that. And if people deal in anything less, I can't participate. So having bounds, limiting access, learning my worth, my value, appreciating the amazingness of who I am, Lord, because I'm a bad mama jamma. I'll tell you that right now. Ain't nobody got to appreciate me, because I appreciate my damn self. And I know who I am in the eyes of God. And it don't get no better than that. And I don't need validation from people. I know who I am. I know that I'm more than enough. And I know who I am in my God. God already validated me. And again, with God's validation, it don't get no better than that. So this life that I lead right now is unlike anything I ever felt. Like, I don't wear any mask anymore as I used to. I'm true to myself. I'm authentically and completely who I am at all times. And as long as I'm true to me, I'll be okay in whatever room or realm or situation or circumstance I walk into, and to have that level of understanding and confidence within yourself, to have that level of appreciation, to understand my strength and my resilience. Like, it's a beautiful sense of freedom and liberation that I've never felt in my life until now. So, and I pray that everybody makes it to this level and everybody makes it to be able to experience this, because there is nothing like this when you make yourself a priority, when you have standards for yourself, when you value yourself, when you respect and honor yourself. Like, I am okay with me, even if that means standing alone. Guess what? I've been doing it for 2 years and I'm still doing it, and will continue to do it before I settle for less. Yeah, it's like I say, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And another thing about these unemployment streets is that I have to be mindful and intentional to be in the moment, present, because now that I don't have an income and there's no plan, like the old mindsets, the doubt, the fear, and it tries to creep up and grip you. Look, and I rebuke that in the mighty name of Jesus. So, okay, I rebuke that with everything in me, because I have to be present and aware to acknowledge it. Like, I see you trying to creep up, but I don't live in fear. I live in faith, unwavering faith. Look, I believe. I will not pick up any doubt. You know what I'm saying? I will not believe that scarcity is where I'm meant to be. I know I'm abundant. You know what I'm saying? I will not pick up that lack is what's meant for me. I know I'm prosperous. You know what I'm saying? And I know the promises of my God. So, and I trust and believe wholeheartedly in my God, that God did not bring me this far to leave me. So I will not fall in the enemy's trap of doubt and fear or second guessing. Yes, the situation is different. Yes, so much stuff has changed. Yes, it is completely different than anything that I've ever felt or I experienced it. But I'm going to stand firmly in it. I'm going to stand boldly and confidently in it. I made a choice because it was what I was called to do by my God, and I'm not going to start doubting God now. I will continue to believe. I will continue to have faith. I will continue to put in the effort. I will continue to take care of me, refine every action and behavior that I need to, because I am going to fully step into my soul's purpose. I am going to receive my blessings, my miracles, my soul tribe, my divine love, my divine partnerships, my destiny helpers. I know they're coming, and I'm not about to get in my own way and doubt myself out of that right now. I won't do that to myself. I've done that enough in my life, and that got to flee right now. That devil and that enemy got to flee. It got to go, because it does not live here anymore. You cannot get to me. You cannot affect me. I am unstoppable. I am unshakable. I am unwavering. And I am fearless in the belief that my God got me, you know? So you can try all you want, baby, but it don't work over here. You got to try that on somebody who's a little less strong. And the belief isn't as strong, and the faith isn't as strong, because that shit ain't working over here. Go on somewhere with that. But all right, my beautiful people, I just had to check in with you on my second day of these unemployment streets. So I'm out here getting active, getting this thick body moving. Hey, where's my divine love? I'm waiting for you, baby. Come get me. But you, my beautiful people, you have the most amazing and terrific Tuesday on purpose. Make sure that you do something for yourself. Make sure that you do something that puts a smile on your face, some joy in your heart, some pep in your step, and makes you feel good, because you are more than worthy and deserving. May your day be as tremendous as you are, my beautiful people. I will talk to you sooner than later. All right. Until then, bye. Mwah.